Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Let us continue to watch Ethereum and see if we can break that cryptoverse ever elusive $4,000 milestone. So I'm just gonna post this in a few different places, and then we will jump in and see if we can in fact break it on stream. On stream, of course, we'd like to do it on stream if possible. We're at 38 or 39.89.70. So we are putting in new all-time highs here. All right, so we're now at 39.90. So we are at an all-time high again. So 4,000. So 4,000 would be right here. All right, so we'll draw the line in the sand there, of course, of course. But of course it dropped. It's funny because it actually dropped here, and Bitcoin went up, so kind of interesting. But anyways, 39.81. This is our line in the sand here at 4K. So, gosh. Hey, there we are at 4,000. And let's see how far out that would take us. So from the current, it would be, yeah, we're not going to stay on the stream that long. We'll stay on stream maybe for like an hour if Ethereum actually gives us a show here. So we'll draw the house. Maybe we'll draw the house here. We'll draw the garage there. Okay. So, all right, we're at 39.85. Bitcoin's at 59.2, so Bitcoin's still playing ball. I mean, it is. I think the most concerning thing is that it's, Bitcoin sort of approaching that area that it got rejected down from, yesterday. It's approaching that same area that it got rejected from yesterday. So if it gets rejected again and comes back down, then we're probably not going to hit 4,000 on stream, right? We're probably not going to hit it on stream if Bitcoin gets rejected from the same level. But anyways, we're at 39.86 and we are continuing to climb. Ether Bitcoin, we have a new weekly candle now. So new weekly candle. The open on that was at 0.0673. Almost 0.0674, so 0.06737. 0.06737. But anyways, Ether USD is now putting a new all-time high, 3,991. Okay, 3,991. 3,992. So that's now our new all-time high. We're watching our new all-time highs come in, 3,993. Actually, on Bitfinex, it's a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do, this is Coinbase, this is Kraken. Actually, why don't we draw it on Coinbase, because I like to watch it. Let's check it out on Coinbase. So Coinbase is already at 3,000. It already hit it almost hit 3,994, almost. So let's draw it on Coinbase. So where did I draw it? 333. All right. We are putting in new all-time highs. This is a pretty pathetic looking house. especially for a 4K house. That's pretty pathetic, actually. Why don't we redo that? It's gotta be a big house. It's gotta be a big house for 4K, right? Maybe that's like the, we gotta draw this quickly. Let's just draw it out. Actually, we don't need that there. All right, 3,998, it's a big house. All right, maybe you have like 2 floors. And you have windows up here too. Because if you're dealing with like a 4K Ethereum, it should be a bigger house. It should be a slightly bigger house. All right, he looks he looks kind of surprised, doesn't he? He looks kind of surprised to see that 4K Ethereum coming close. So we're at 3,990. We just hit 3,999. So let's just stick here and see if we hit at 3,997. Yeah, let's just stick around here and see if we hit it. I don't care what it is on 10 different other exchanges that have super high leverage. We're just following it here. If it doesn't hit it on Coinbase, if it doesn't hit it on Kraken and whatnot, etc., Bitfinex, you know, a lot of these other ones. All right, we're at 3,999.33, 40, 74. Here we go. Oh, there it is. 4,000. We gotta book it. Ah, man, I missed it. We gotta, the next time that comes up, we gotta book it. Well, we hit 4K. We hit 4K. I mean, let's just know that no matter what happens, Ethereum just hit $4,000 for the first time, right? For the first time ever. So we just booked it, $4,000 Ethereum right there. And again, our foundation is a little bit strong, so let's see how long it takes us to break through decisively, of course. Bitcoin still behaving. I mean, 59.1. I think the main concern is, you know, is it going to get rejected from the same level it got rejected from yesterday and sort of come back down this way? Because if that happens, you know, it's going to be hard for Ethereum to hold. But if it does, I mean, if we don't get rejected, then it seems everything's good. Ether Bitcoin weeklies is green. We opened it at 0.0673. We're now at 0.06747. So still climbing. Okay, so now we're at 3,990. By the way, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Definitely do that. We're just gonna follow Ethereum's price here and see how long it takes us. The piranhas will eat. Once we get those, they'll eat at the wall, right? This is where they're feasting, trying to push us up above 4K. So we have not gone above it yet. I mean, here you can see it. Here we're at 4K on Bitfinex. On Kraken, we're actually slightly below 4K. Coinbase, we're at 4K. So the piranhas will feed. All right, let's see if we break through. There we go. We broke through on Bitfinex. We're at 4,001. It's not going to go anywhere until it breaks on Coinbase and Kraken. So we want to see a break on Coinbase. We want to see a break on Kraken. I mean, until then, it's not going to break. And you know, it's not going to significantly break anywhere. All right, let's see how long it takes here. The piranhas will still, oh, there we go. Above it, we're above it on Coinbase. Let's see, we're still below, we're still at it on Kraken. It's breaking 4,004. All right, break on Kraken. Still at 4,000 on Kraken. It's because we drew our house. So look, it's because we drew our garage further over. No wonder. No wonder. Look. It hasn't broken. We drew our garage too far over. All right, it has to break. Like it feels like it has to break. I mean, if it's at 4,005, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, finally, we're off to the races. All right, 4,006. We are now above a 4K Ethereum. Remember, most will underestimate the Ethereum Tsunami for sure, because it can certainly go higher than many people expect. We're now at 0.0676. You know, to get back up to zero point 0.1, we would be looking at a very modest 57% move. So a 57% move would get us there. Hey guys, I mean, you guys knew it was coming. You know, the question is not, is the Ethereum, the question was never, is the Ethereum tsunami coming? It's just how far inland is it going to reach? Like if you're drawing your, like if this is the Ethereum tsunami and it's starting to like crash on the land, that the question is not, is it coming? It's just how far inland is it going to go, right? So you have 2K, and really 2K was not even part of it, I don't feel like. Then you have 3K, and then you have 4K. And of course, 5K maybe? That would be, I mean, 5K would be a fairly significant milestone for obvious reasons, right? For obvious reasons. And then 6K. So, I mean, I think the question, the real question was never, is the Ethereum tsunami coming? It's just how far up is it going to take us? And so far, hey, check. Well, maybe I should, okay, check. 3K, 4K. And then this is the question mark, right? Can we make it to 5K? Can we make it to 6K? Before a sustained pullback where, we're not just going to go up another $1,000 every week. So yeah, the question is, how far inland is it going to go? This is like, this is the water over here, right? This is the water. I know I'm an artist, like I'm a pretty good artist. Yeah, I definitely became an engineer because I was terrible at I'm not very creative by any means. All right, we're now at 4,020. Oh, I never drew a chimney. Maybe I should have drawn the chimney here. Bitcoin's still behaving. It's still at the same levels it hit yesterday. So let's keep an eye on this and see if we can. Let's see what happens here with Bitcoin. Right now we're at 4,028. Remember. I mean, like when Ethereum hit $2,000, it went to 2,040 and then pulled back for a while and then continued on. So now we're at $4,000, and we just want to. I think Ethereum can continue to shine. It just depends on if Bitcoin if Bitcoin doesn't get rejected here, right? If Bitcoin gets rejected, then yeah, like Ethereum's probably going to go back down below 4K. But if Bitcoin sort of holds up, I think things still look relatively bullish for Ether Bitcoin. I mean, look at this. We're now at 0.0679. Hey, let the rally continue. Let this rally continue. Look at this. These are the weekly candles, by the way. 18%, 0.5%, 11%, 18.7%, 10%, 29% last week, and currently we're at 0.8%. To give you guys an idea of how crazy, and we do this like every single week, and it's funny because at the beginning of the week it's hard to imagine it happening, because like last week we speculated on, well, what if it goes up another 10%, and it would have put us at 0.057, and here we are at 0.069. But imagine if it went up another 29% against Bitcoin, which is what it did last week. Think about where that would put us. I mean, 29%, if we did it again, 0.0876. 0.0876 if we did it again. And for the current valuation of Bitcoin, so 0.0876 times, let's just say 59.2, that would put Ethereum at over $5,000 if we were to actually do that. let's remove this one since we have it on the other one, and this one's not even looking as good anyways. We'll go to the weekly time frame really quick. What I want to do is I want to look at the natural log here at the price over the 20-week, and you can see, you know, we said weeks ago that this was possible. Weeks ago, right? Weeks ago that the Ethereum tsunami here is coming, and you know, you can see we bounced off this level, and where are we now with respect to the 20-week SMA? Well, for Ethereum, the 20-week SMA is now at 1984. Okay, 1984. That's where it is. And if we reach this week, and remember, it's a moving target, it changes every week because the 20-week moving average changes every week. Okay, so, but if we reach the same level of extension that we reached in January, we're not that far away from it, we'd be looking at around 0.87 or so from the 20-week moving average. And remember, this is just the natural log of the price divided by the 20-week SMA. Yes, you can just take percent moves, but I like doing it this way because it helps, you know, it helps make it easier to compare prior cycles because of diminished extension from the 20-week, especially when looking at like Bitcoin. So the log of the price over the 20-week SMA is 1984. So the natural log of the price over the 20-week SMA, which is 1984, equals 0.87. Where does that put us? It's not as far away anymore, is it? 4,700 would put us at 4,735. You know, we did this exercise a few weeks ago when Ethereum was at 1,400, and we speculated that Ethereum could go to 3,500 relatively easily and not break any models. Now we're over 3,500. We're at 4K, and now looking at just say like the extension from the 20-week that we hit in January, that could take us to 4,700 this week, potentially. I'm not saying it's going to go to 4,700 this week. I'm just saying that, you know, just the same level of extension from the 20-week. Now, if it continues to climb, and that's the real question, right? If we continue to sort of climb, maybe go up to a higher level, let's say instead of coming back down there, let's say maybe we continue to go up some, maybe we go up to 0.91. Well, where would that put us? Where would 0.91 put us? That put us just shy of a $5,000 Ether. That put us just shy of a $5,000 Ether. So, you know, I mean, it sort of shows you where we are. So, Ethereum is approaching a 500 billion market cap. So we're currently at a very humble, very, very modest 466 billion. Okay, 466 billion. I've told you guys that, you know, I mean, I said this in the bear market. The only two coins I can reasonably see getting to a 1 trillion and over $1 trillion market capitalization this cycle was Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin's already there, and I think Bitcoin's market capitalization peak for the entirety of the cycle is probably going to be somewhere between 2 to 4 trillion. I don't necessarily think we're going to go there tomorrow or even next quarter, but I do think that the market cycle peak for Bitcoin will probably be somewhere between 2 to 4 trillion. There will probably be a lot of major pullbacks along the way. I mean, but again, you know, we're getting gray hairs waiting for that to happen. For Ethereum, I think it's certainly possible it goes to a $1 trillion market capitalization this market cycle. But again, if history is any indication, it's not going to go up monotonically. You know, again, if you were to take a bar pattern from the last cycle and overlay it, so let's do that, and go to the market cycle bottom here, you can see, you know, just how, like, sort of, you know, where we are in compared to last cycle. Like at the same time last cycle, if we had continued to move up at the same rate as last cycle, Ethereum would already be at $250,000, which obviously doesn't make any sense because we expect diminishing returns. So, you know, there's people that don't they sort of troll diminishing returns, but I don't think they understand it. Like, it's not diminishing returns doesn't mean you can't make a hell of a lot of money. It just means that we're not going to put in the same ROI that we did last cycle. And this is clear evidence that it's just not possible. Like, Ethereum's not going to go to 250K this cycle, and even if it did, it's already well behind. But it's not going to. I mean, let's just make that clear. It's not going to 250K. I don't even know if Bitcoin's going to 250K, so much less Ethereum. So that's why we talk about, the idea of diminishing returns, right? Don't, if you're trolling diminishing returns, just remember that if we didn't have diminishing returns, how ridiculous the prices would be for Ethereum already, and we're nowhere close to those valuations. If you want to move this over to, say, March of 2020 and say, hey, it looks more similar to that one, you can see we're actually sort of ahead of schedule. Okay, and but notice that last cycle we had a more, like, the angle of attack was a lot steeper. So if we go to a trend angle, and remember this will depend on the aspect ratio. Last cycle this move was 75 degrees. This cycle, if we say measure it from here, so far, I mean, and it's hard to do it exactly because it went up and sideways and up and sideways, but say this one right now is more at like 45 degrees or so as opposed to 75 degrees. And also note that last cycle we had periods of sideways movement where even in this sideways movement we still had like 60% corrections, but we sort of just went on this roller coaster for a while before continuing on. We haven't even had that, not yet this cycle. So even, I mean, imagine we do something like this where we then go sideways. I mean, this is certainly possible. So don't necessarily think that like sideways movement can't happen. But for now, I think continuing to ride the Ethereum tsunami feels pretty good. I mean, we waited for it forever, and here it is. Ethereum's here, and it's taken names. It's certainly taken names. Sorry, I just realized we got some trolls in the chat. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Ethereum's not going to go to 250K this cycle, not by any means. All right. Remember, if you guys like the content, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. We also have the bull market sale, so if you guys want to know how I'm navigating these markets, check out that. You can find it in the description below. I'll also post it in the comments, so check that out. And remember, we also have a Telegram channel with over 36,000 people, so if you're looking for a chat community, I will link it here. And remember, if you join the Telegram room, I will not message you first. Also, we do have into the NFT verse. So if you guys are interested in NFTs, I would encourage you to join that chat, and I'll also post it here in the chat. So if you guys want to join that one, you can as well. All right, hopefully we keep this. Hopefully Ethereum keeps moving up higher. We're currently at 0.067. Looking back, if we look at 0.067, it was never really a super consequential moment in Ethereum's life. 0.067. The only thing you could say is maybe it sort of, held some support there a while back. But there were other times we sort of just fell right through it without really even hesitating. This milestone right here would be another, from the current prices, it would be another 25% against Bitcoin, which would, for the current valuation of Ethereum, 25% is $1,000, right? I mean, it's $1,000. So that would take it to, if Ethereum is able to, say, move up here against Bitcoin this week, that would correspond to approximately a $5,000 Ethereum. Do I have a Discord? We actually do have a Discord, but I don't remember the invite link for it, and I don't know if it's in the You can find it in a lot of the videos. I think there's like an invite link for it. All right, guys. Well, I mean, we hit it early, right? What are we gonna do? Looks like we held resistance at our. What is this? I hate when I click on these things. We held resistance at our foundation for a little bit, above the garage. Found some support on the garage. Now we're moving back up. Let's see if we clear the chimney. I'm not so sure if we can clear that chimney, but let's see if we can clear it. To clear it, we need to go above 4,034 in a few minutes. Well, maybe like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, guys, hey. We talk about the Forbes interviews, but it's not time to schedule the Forbes interview just yet. Remember that. Cancel those Forbes interviews. Just tell them there's still money to be made. All right, Bitcoin's pushing higher. Let's see where we currently are right here. So we're just at the top here of where we hit yesterday. So let's be a little cautious. I'd say let's be a little cautious here and see if we can decisively break through or if we get rejected and come back down. So it looks like, about the highest we went yesterday was around 59,542 or so. So we're still about $150 below that or so. All right, let's see if we get enough. Let's see if we get enough clearance here on the chimney. Let's see if we get enough clearance. Bitcoin's now at 59,377. Looks like the all-time high now on ETH is at around 4,033. So around 4,033. So we would need to clear the chimney, we need to go to 4,034. We need to put in a new all-time high. Ether Bitcoin still climbing, 0.0678. So still looking good. There's always reason to be a little skeptical when you get a new weekly candle because that's when a lot of times trends can change. So it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it in the short term at least continue to climb higher. But again, let's watch Bitcoin here because this is exactly where it pulled back yesterday. So it's not. And I'd say again, I don't think it's time to schedule the Forbes interviews quite at this moment, right? Quite at this moment. Pretty big test here for Bitcoin to see if we can break above, because breaking above 59.5 and then the mental milestone of getting back above 60K. Right now we're still playing in the sandbox where we were yesterday. So all right, we're at 59.4. Ethereum just put in a new all-time high, 4,034. We have enough clearance to clear the chimney if we were to go past it now. 4,037, we're climbing. 4,038. Bitcoin is still less than where it hit yesterday, so still lower than the local top from yesterday. Ethereum's continuing to climb, 4,039, 4,040. Our new all-time high is now 4,041.61. All right, guys, 4,040. What are we up on the day already? So we're already up 2.88% on the day. Whew. 4,046. Bitcoin still has not passed these levels. Oh my gosh. All right, 4,050. Ether Bitcoin's gonna be at 0.068 now. So it's, I mean, 0.07 is not that far away. You know, for 4320 would be about 3 times the prior all-time high. 4320, because the prior all-time high was what, like 1440? So if you multiply that by 3, you get around what? So I mean, 1400 times 3 is 4200. Add 120, so yeah, 4320. So remember, 4320 is around 3 times the prior all-time high. Note that Bitcoin went higher than 3 times its prior all-time high so far. I mean, it went to 64K, almost 65K. So all right. I should have just titled the video 4100 watch party, right? I mean, to hell with 4000. Should have been 4100 watch party. All right, we're at 4060. Looks like we have enough clearance on the chimney. We're about 4 minutes out there, so we have 4 minutes to hold that level to clear it. All right, Bitcoin is approaching where it got rejected yesterday, so this is probably the spot to watch. We're just shy of it. And Bitcoin's trying. You can give it that, right? It's trying. Let's see. Let's see if we clear the chimney. Those chimneys can be really pesky too. 4043. But yeah, Bitcoin just pulled back $100. It was the same area from yesterday. Oh, we might not clear it. We're back below the chimney. Oh, we're going back up a little. 4042. These are 1 hour candles for Bitcoin. Could switch it over to like 15-minute candles. Get a little bit more insight into yesterday. Someone said it's the tallest chimney he's seen. All right, Bitcoin's still battling, so we'll see if Bitcoin can fight through these levels. Let's actually just draw it where we hit it yesterday. So we went up to around like a little over 59.5. So if we go to 59.6, then we're above where we were yesterday. So 59.6 is where we would probably want to be. All right, we're at 4,000. Okay, we just started a new minute candle. 4,044. So the all-time high on Ethereum now is at 4,000. A very modest $4,065. Ether Bitcoin continues to climb. You can see Bitcoin pulled back a little bit. Ethereum's not really resting. 0.0681. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Definitely hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to turn on your alerts. Here's our bull market support band. Here's our regression rainbow. Business as usual, right? Business as usual. All right, 4,047. Bitcoin still sort of battling at the same levels. So obviously Ethereum so far it's still maintaining its bullishness against Bitcoin, because Bitcoin still, remember we said Bitcoin needs to bounce off the 100-day SMA and stay below the prior all-time high, and as long as it stays below it, Ethereum is very likely to stay bullish against Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin stays below its prior all-time high and above the 20-week SMA, that's like the Goldilocks zone for Ethereum. So we're in the Goldilocks zone for Ethereum. And Bitcoin's still like $5,000 away from putting in a new all-time high, and it's around You know, it's around $10,000 to the downside from testing the 20-week. So still a little ways to go there. Lou says alts are begging to be allowed to break out. Remember, when Ethereum's moving quickly, it steals the show. Okay, it makes it hard for altcoins to move when Ethereum starts moving, especially when it's just putting in new candles like every single day or new all-time highs like every single day. It makes it really hard for altcoins to make sustained moves where they continue to move up, say, day after day. Bitcoin's back below 59.3. Well, now it's at 59.3, so we're still, Bitcoin's still battling. Ethereum's still looking pretty strong. Ether Bitcoin's still climbing 0.0681. How's everyone doing? Hopefully the Ethereum Tsunami is treating you well. We were talking earlier about, right, it was never a question whether we would get the Ethereum Tsunami. It's just how far inland is it going to go. So 2K check, 3K check, 4K check. Now we got 5K, we got 6K, 5K's on deck. Bitcoin's back below 59.3, so again it still continues to fight. So we'll see, we'll see what happens with Ethereum, because I mean it's going to very much depend on what Bitcoin does here. I think it's going to very much depend on what Bitcoin does here. All right, we're back above 4,050. Ether Bitcoin continues to climb, so Bitcoin's still dropping slightly as it battles the same levels from yesterday. Ether USD still looks pretty strong, so Ether Bitcoin's climbing now at 0.0683. So Ether Bitcoin's already up about 1.4% on the week. On the week, it's already up about 1.4%. Remember last week it did about 29%. The week before that, it did about 18.7%. The week before that, it did around 11% or so. Sorry, I was off 1 week. 29%, then 10%. Then before that, it was 18.7. Before that, it was 11.12. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys saw, but Litecoin finally broke its all-time high from 2017. Probably the most melodramatic, quietest break of an all-time high I've ever seen. Litecoin breaks the all-time high. I was sort of joking, hey, welcome to the bull market, right? And I always said I think coins like Litecoin will make it to their all-time high. I think XRP will make it to its all-time high from 2017, 2018. It's just that Litecoin it sort of drags up, brings up the. It's not necessarily the one putting in the best gains, right? I mean, it's just simply not. And that's fully well explained by looking at, say, the Litecoin Ether valuation. And noting that Litecoin is down over the last 759 days by approximately 85%. Well, actually, it's up a little bit. It's up a little bit today, but it's down about 83%. Litecoin's down by about 83% against Ethereum over the last, say, 770 days or so. All right, Bitcoin is still battling those levels from yesterday. And remember, I mean, these battles can last for a while. I mean, this one over here lasted for like almost a day, before it came back down. So, all right, Ether's moving up, 4,061. So again, the prior the all-time high now in Ether USD is now 4,065. Do I think that Chainlink will ever be in the top 5 for market cap? It was in the top 5 for market cap last summer. Last summer, Ether's putting in new all-time highs, 4,069. Let me show you guys something. So, summer. Look at this. This is August 16th, 2020. Link was in the top 5. Really, it was in the top 4 because I don't really count stable coins. So, August of 2020, Link was sitting here in the top 5. So, the question of can Link ever go to the top 5? The answer is yes. It's already done it before. So if history is an indication that, yeah, I mean, it's certainly theoretically possible that Link can go to the top 5. It's already proven itself to be capable of going to the top 5 before. So 4,070, new all-time high, 4,070. Yeah, maybe I should have said viewer discretion advised on looking at these. Look at Ethereum's price, 433. That's literally we literally are almost about to do a 10x, and that's only from last summer. That's from last summer. That's not even the bottom. This is like 5x up from the bottom right here, and we're still up almost 10x from that level. You can see XRP is only up about 5x from last summer. Ethereum's almost up about 9x or so. Chainlink is up about. It's up about 2.5x, but you also have to remember that this was after Link had a major bubble that took it from like $2 to $20, and it peaked at the summer and then cooled off for a while. Litecoin was at 63. Cardano, 13, almost 14 cents. Cardano was almost 14 cents last summer. How the times have changed, right? How the times have changed. Bitcoin still struggling to break above these levels that it was at yesterday. Jay Russo says, hey, not sad anymore. The girl continued. He said there was this girl not texting him the other day. And I said maybe she missed out on the Ethereum Tsunami. All right, guys. What do you guys want to do? Should we call it here? We've been going for 45 minutes. We already hit 4K. Maybe we'll stay on a little bit longer and see if we go to 4,100. 2 birds with 1 stone, right? 1 live stream, 2 milestones. Right now we're at 4,066. The all-time high is 4,076. Yeah, what is Dogecoin doing? I mean, everyone's talking about it. It looks like it's come down about 20 cents or so. I can't say I'm upset to see that. Let's just be honest. It has pulled back here about 20 cents or so. Link's above 52. Earlier, Link I think hit 53. I believe Link hit 53 earlier. Let's go to these 1 hour candles and let's like watch what happened. Looks like, yeah, you can see it went just above 53 here. So Link again continues to look really, really good. We can draw the line at 41 so you guys can better visualize it. Here's 4100.36. This is a different street though, right? It's like a different block. Ether Bitcoin still looks good, guys. 0.0685. It still continues to climb. You know, Bitcoin still struggling to break above this level from yesterday. So let's just keep an eye out on that. Obviously, the implications of Bitcoin pulling back would affect Ethereum, but Ethereum's still fighting right now. We're only $30 away from a $4,100 Ethereum. Remember, about 43.20 is 3x the prior all-time high. Actually, if we did some simple math, you know, so Bitcoin went to what, like 64.8? It was something like that. The prior all-time high was around like 19,850, around that level. Depends on the exchange. You know, that's about a 3.264. So 3.264 times the prior all-time high of Ethereum of approximately 1440 would put Ethereum at 4,700. So if Ethereum were to go to 4,700, it would basically be the same multiple that Bitcoin hit from its prior all-time high of about 3.264. That'd be a $4,700 Ether. Someone says the HOA says your chimney is too high. I don't know about that. We're living on Ethereum Boulevard. I don't think anyone living on Ethereum Boulevard is complaining about chimney height. We'll make those chimneys as high as we want to. Yeah, you guys get it, right? Boulevard, not Boulevard. We're living on Ethereum Boulevard. We've been on Ethereum Boulevard for a long time now. Since 80 bucks, we've been moving down Ethereum Boulevard, one house at a time. Does anyone remember the houses from like when we were at like, I don't know, like 600 bucks or something whenever we first started drawing houses? All right, guys. I don't really have anything else. I don't really have anything else for you. We just wanted to see if we could hit 4K on stream. We did hit 4K on stream. We're not going to do every single $100, right? I mean, it just becomes not, it becomes very impractical to do every $100. But I mean, you know, 4,000 is a significant enough milestone that it merits catching it on stream, and we caught it on stream, right? So we made sure we caught that on stream. 4,100, 4,200. Again, I would look 4,320 is around 3 times. 4,700 is the same multiple from Bitcoin. You know, we've talked about some other areas. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. If you did, make sure you subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Bitcoin's right above 59.4, so it's at 59.398, 59.4. So we're still, Bitcoin continues to battle. Okay, Bitcoin's continuing to battle. Obviously, a decisive move above 59.5 is probably going to, well, probably there's a decent chance it would take us above 60K. And then, you know, Bitcoin might start to show some more signs of life there in terms of the dominance and whatnot. But for now, Bitcoin is still sitting at the same levels it was sitting at yesterday before it got handily pushed back down. So we'll continue to follow that. But if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out the bull market sale on the premium list. If you want to know how I'm navigating the market, I'll post that in the chat. You can find a link to that in the description below. And you get access to a whole lot of stuff. So check that out, lock in the low rate. And then remember, we also have the Telegram channel. Over 36,000 people. I'll post it in here if you guys want to check it out. Remember, I will not message you first. I definitely will not message you first. I also have a Twitter. Basically, I just spend my time on Twitter making fairly useless comments. But if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'll post that as well. Alright guys, let's see. We're at 40.55. Bitcoin's still continuing to fight. Let's just quickly switch this over to like 3-minute candles and see what's going on. I mean, it's still pushing up here. Still pushing up. This is the this is sort of where we fought last time, right in this range. This is where we were fighting yesterday. So I think that'll be an interesting to see if we break through it. I kind of just want to stay on for another minute and see if we go above 59.5 because we're already at 59.439. We're only about $100 away from going above where we were yesterday. So yeah, we're about $100 away from it. Less than $100. So someone says it's 4,100 on Coinbase. I don't think so. It's 4,061 on Coinbase. I feel like it's a big test right here. All right. Why don't we wrap it up? Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely subscribe if you like the content. Give the video a thumbs up. And check out the bull market sale. You can find a link to that in the description below. Whack on that right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's continue to navigate the Ethereum tsunami as best we can. Remember, most people underestimate how high it can ultimately go. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.